Not the most excited for this new Invincible game, but after I seen the recent Cecil gameplay, it made me at least interested enough to make a video about it. So let's talk about it. Self-explanatory in my opinion, we're just going to talk about and rank the different Invincible characters and basically how good I think they're going to be in this upcoming game. Now, this isn't a big Invincible roster that I typically use in my videos. I can't seem to find that one, but this one does seem to cover most of the important Invincible characters we have gotten so far from the first 3 seasons. I believe the only trailers I've seen gameplay-wise has been of Invincible, Omni-Man, a little bit of Adam Eve, and I just recently seen the Cecil one. Now, I don't exactly know how big this roster is going to be, but I like to imagine that most of this characters are going to be on there. So without further ado, let's go and get into it. Okay, first one's Invincible. The main character of these Marvel vs. Capcom, Dragon Ball Fighter Z type of fucking games is always going to be solid. There's no reason to assume why Invincible will be anything below an A-tier character. I'm more than certain when the game first released, Invincible is going to be a very solid character that probably a lot of high-level players are going to use. I don't really see how you can fuck up his gameplay, you know? Omni-Man is probably going to be an S-tier character. I can't really tell you why, but see, here's the thing about why I was a little bit skeptical about Invincible having a Fighter Z type of game. Because see, Dragon Ball can do it because there's so many different powers in Dragon Ball, kinda, sorta. Marvel can do it. Marvel vs. Capcom can do it because there's so many different powers in Marvel and Capcom. But Invincible, most of the Viltrumites just fly and hit hard. So there really is no difference between Omni-Man and Invincible versus who's physically stronger and faster. But it's Omni-Man, and he is right now physically stronger and faster. So he's basically going to be Invincible, but like on roids. So I do think the Omni-Man is going to be a top tier character when the game first released. Well, she's not gonna. We didn't have a tier for people. It's probably not gonna be a character. All right, that seems about right. Yeah, you're not gonna be in the game, buddy. Oliver. I wonder if Oliver may be DLC. I can kind of see Oliver playing like Invincible, but more of a goofier, less polished version of him. I can see Oliver actually being pretty. Oliver seems like he's gonna be one of those characters that's either really good in the hands of a godlike player or really bad in the hands of a noob. So I'm probably gonna say overall C tier. You're not gonna be in the game, bud. Neither are you. Oh dear, mid-mortal, yes. The only thing that isn't mid about him is those damn traps, boy. Nah, I don't really see Immortal being much of a. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier when I say the problem about an Invincible having a game like this is that gameplay-wise, how would they make Immortal different than Omni-Man or Invincible? They both fly and punch hard, so. I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna just make him a weaker version of Invincible. So maybe C tier. He maybe be like Krillin and Fighter Z, but Krillin and Fighter Z actually was low key solid if you know how to play with him. Hot Girl. She's probably gonna be good. I can see that Mace giving her extended range, so I'm going to put her in B tier. Red Rush. Ooh. If they add Red Rush in the game, he's going to be a dog. S tier. Now, it's a possibility that Red Rush could be like Flash in Injustice 2, to where on a sheet of paper you would think he'll be like one of the most busted characters, but in all actuality, he's like kind of eh. But I do think that if they do Red Rush right, he's going to be a S tier character for sure. Green Girl, can she turn intangible? Depending on how much of a dickhead they decide to be with the intangibility thing, she can actually be pretty solid. I'm going to put her in B tier. I don't think there would be too much of a dickhead and make it to where she has several different exploits in her gameplay to where she can just phase through shit. But if they do it right, she can be a dickhead. B. Nightwing. I think gonna be pretty solid. I'll probably put him in A tier. It's always characters that you don't expect that's going to be at the top of the ladder, and he's one of them. So A tier. I forgot this motherfucking name, but probably C tier. I don't really expect a whole lot from him, to be honest. I don't really think he's gonna be that valid in the game. Martian Man. I can see Martian Man being solid as shit, only because he has the ability to stretch his limbs, and I can see players exploiting the fuck out of that and hitting you from like across the map, and that's gonna be very annoying. Actually, S tier. I see him being able to stretch to be very annoying. Adam Eve, I've seen gameplay Adam Eve. She's probably going to be like a solid B tier character. Nothing too special. If she can turn into that like godly form that she got, she may be solid, but other than that, probably B tier. Robot, after seeing what they did with Cecil, the Robot could probably be pretty good. I'm going to put Robot in B tier. Yeah. Rex, I I've seen gameplay of Rex a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be that good. I really don't. I think it's gonna be C tier. It's nothing really too special about his gameplay I've seen so far. Monster Girl. If they make Monster Girl basically the hope for Marvel vs. Capcom, I'm gonna put her in A tier. Duplicate. Again, this is one of them characters that it depends on if they want to be a dickhead. If they want to be a dickhead, they can just give her so many different exploits and abilities to where she can clone herself. And depending on how broken that cloning ability is, she can easily be S tier, depending on how broken it is. But I don't think they're gonna be that much of a dickhead with her, so probably B. I don't think they're gonna be really creative when it comes down to Shrieking Race movesets. Not really. Again, if they wanted to be really creative, they can make her like an S tier character, but I see her being D tier. There isn't really much you can do with her. The Among Us imposter. Yeah, I don't really see much from this guy. Probably F. I don't really see them doing much for this character in this game. Forgot your name, but I know exactly who you are. We have the exact same hairstyle. I don't see them doing anything with you, bro. Matter of fact, you're probably not going to be in a game. Well, no, you probably not going to be in a game, but you're probably not going to be that good. What can they do with him? Because we have yet to see his powers. So they probably going to add this motherfucker as DLC after season 4 come out. So for now, D. I actually think that Nightwing Jr. is probably gonna be more busted than Nightwing Senior because that little teleportation thing that he did. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in S tier. Alan, you know what? Alan the type of nigga that they would actually make sure with all their power that he's a top tier character. I can see Alan being busted. Remember how I say it's always the characters you least suspect? Alan is one of them. S tier. Cecil, I've seen gameplay of Cecil and he looks solid as shit. Cecil looks fun to play with. I think Cecil's actually gonna be like a tier. No, I don't think it's gonna be A tier. Yes, I think that teleportation ability where he can teleport behind is gonna be hard to guard. So probably A tier. I wonder where they make him a character. Nah, he might have to be in Who Fighter, bro. So would Sinclair? I like to imagine that. So would Sinclair be a character, or would the fucking Reaniman be a character? I guess it'll be. I don't know if Sinclair would be a character. I really don't know. If they were to make Sinclair a character, he would summon the Reaniman, in which in that case he's probably gonna be like Cecil and probably be a B tier type of character. The Reaniman is now the Reaniman itself is a character. I think they're gonna be themselves going to be a character. I think that he's going to be a dog. Honestly, the Reaniman has been a better hero to Earth than what Invincible has. The Reanimans don't fuck around, boy. They be busting ass, son. They be busting on ass and in ass, my boy. S tier. Yeah, buddy, you nigga, you didn't make the cut. You know damn well you didn't make the cut. Not making a cut, 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 not making a cut. That was a lot of people that was in line thinking it was going to be the game. Get your ass to the back. Vanessa. Oh, I'm sorry. Anissa. I like the, again, same thing as Invincible and Omni-Man. Fly, punch hard. High key make her different than every other Vegemite in the game. I would like to imagine that she will probably be much faster than Omni-Man and Invincible. In which, if you make an Invincible type character, but make them extremely fast, that's probably going to be Anissa. So I think Anissa is probably going to be S tier. Yeah. Conquest. Conquest is going to be like Broly. I don't know if you ever played Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I think it was both of the Brolys can do. I know for a fact it was Z Broly, but Z Broly had super armor in Z, and he can just flat out sometimes tank your attacks. That's going to be Conquest. They're going to give Conquest super armor, and they're probably going to give Conquest something like grapple move. It's going to be busted. S. Not making the cut. You haven't done enough just yet to make the cut. At least not in the TV series. Actually, with that range that she has with her hair, she could probably be pretty solid. I don't think any Viltrumite is going to be anything below B tier. So with that hair and her range, they can probably make her A tier character. There isn't really much, like there was no way to differentiate you from any other Viltrumite ever. So probably like low B tier. Matter of fact, I don't even think they'll put bro in a game. I'm being real, because there's nothing about his character that stands out from any other Viltrumite. You punch hard and fly fast, so I don't even think he'd be in the game. Lucian got a better chance to be in the game before he does. In which if Lucian's in the game, and probably be again, he'll probably be off-brand version of Conquest as far as a Viltrumite that has a grapple ability. So probably like low B tier. Yeah, y'all two are not making the cut. Super generic Viltrumites. Levi, Angstrom Levi probably gonna be super busted with those portal abilities. He may even have the ability to summon other Invincible variants. So I think he may be S tier. Honestly, if the devs do what they are supposed to do to his character, he should be an S tier character. Oh, y'all can't even see because my fucking face is. I ain't say nothing. I just sitting there, oh my god, Sage, you're so beautiful. Beautiful black man. Y'all ain't even saying anything, bro. My face is blocking the goddamn thing. Anyways, if they do what they're supposed to do to his character, he should be S tier. The Mauler twins. So would they fight together at the same time? Would it be like a tag team kind of thing? It doesn't really matter. Probably high A tier. There's so many different possibilities what you can do with the Mauler twins. They're smart, they can build things, they're strong. So many different possibilities they can do. Battle Beast. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of Battle Beast. Haven't seen anything too impressive about them. So probably like B tier. I haven't seen anything too impressive about Battle Beast just yet. This Doc Seismic, he's a cool character with an ability that can probably lead to him being a higher tier character. But in all actuality, I don't really see it happening. C tier. I forgot your name, but they'll probably give you super armor, in which any character with super armor is probably gonna be good. So B tier. Would he be a part of the game? I guess he will just summon the other people he summoned. A tier. You're not making the cut, G. Oh, this dragon nigga. Yeah. There's no way they'll actually make it to where he can fight his actual dragon form. It doesn't really fucking matter. I 100,000% believe if he was in the game, he's going to be a high tier character. S tier. Duplicate, but better. Where I put duplicate at? Oh, you're getting A tier then, but this motherfucker, he'll probably have the ability to just absorb damage, and then all that damage you absorb will just lead to him, lead to his attack power being raised. I can see him being like a high C, low B tier. This motherfucker. Honestly, he'll probably be, I can see him being the best zone type of, he's definitely going to be a zoner. That's this number. He's definitely going to be a zoner type of character. He's probably going to be the best zoner in the game. So depending on how much they value zoning in this game, it can depend. If zoning in this game is strong, then S tier. If zoning in this game is weak, then he'll probably be like C tier in the hands of a godlike player. But let's just say zoning in this game is going to be solid, then he'll probably be like high A tier. You're not making a cut, but not making a cut, not making a cut, not making a cut, not making a cut. These are just Invincible variants. So all of them would just be costume design. There would just be, I don't think there's a single Invincible variant here that has done enough to be its own separate character from Invincible. Now, I do think that to have one of these Invincible variants be a separate character than Invincible would be cool. Most likely it'll probably be Sinister Mark. He'll probably be the one that would be his own separate character. But again, the problem about this series being a game is all Viltrumites do the exact same thing. They punch hard and fly fast. It's just a matter of narratively who does the plot need to be stronger than the other Viltrumite. So they don't really have the move set that's wide enough to make them their own separate characters. So all of these are probably going to be just different outfits, different costume designs. So we're just going to leave them right where they're at right there. Yep, not going to make it a cut, but you know what? Having a Spider-Man type character, I hope he's in the game. I hope he's in the game. And if he's in the game, I don't think it's gonna be too good, but I can see him being B tier. Yeah. Last but not least, oh, we got Boss Baby and Tech Knight. Boss Baby, you're not gonna make the cut, but Tech Knight, zoner character that's probably can also fight. S tier. Yeah, Tech Knight may be an S tier character game drop. High key. Yeah, pretty much. This seems about right. I do think that if they do the characters the way how they probably are going to / supposed to, Conquest is gonna be just Z Broly but on drugs. Angstrom Levi is gonna be annoying as shit with those portals. Reanimators are just goddamn demons. Red Rush is gonna be untouchable. Tech Knight is gonna be a character that can zone and get up close. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below though. Are you excited for this Invincible game? And while you're down, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't help me, but it helps you too. While you see content similar to this one, you guys did subscribe me. I appreciate it a lot. If you guys didn't, I guess we'll part ways. Either way, I go almighty, keep leasing. I'm gone. Peace.
That's all it is, man. Leap of faith. So much for them. 100 Hungry.